Om Sri Lakshmi Narsimhaya Namaha. Valmiki Ramayana, Aranya Kanda, Chapter 56. Ravana sends Sita to the Ashoka garden. Summary. Sita reprimands Ravana in saying that her unswerving devotion to Rama will not permit her to be dominated by anyone. She gives word by word replies to all that is prattled by Ravana in earlier chapters. A discussion about Sita's stance and stability is given in the endnote of this chapter, chapter 56, in detail. She, that Vaidehi, who is haggard by anguish bodily, spoke to Ravana when he addressed her in that way, duly placing a blade of straw in between herself and Ravana. He, whose son is Raghava, is a resolute king known as Dashratha. That king is a kingly rampart for righteousness, a kingpin abiding in fortrightedness, and thereby his kingliness is well renowned in all the worlds. And my husband Rama is such a king's son, such a Dashratha's son, who is virtue-souled one, who is highly renowned in all the three worlds for his ambidexterity and perspicacity, and who is known as Rama is my husband and a god to me. He who took birth in Ikshvaku's dynasty is a great resplendent one, with his shoulders like those of lion, who comes here along with similarly lion-shouldered and nearly great resplendent brother of his, namely Lakshmana, to take your lives away. Such Rama is my husband. Had I been forcefully humiliated by you in the presence of Rama, you too would have been killed by Rama in combat, and by now you too would have been sprawling on earth as with Kara in Janasthana, but you foxed him. However, such Rama is my husband. Those demons who are spoken of you to be with ghastly forms and brooding power, they all will become formless and powerless in the face of Raghava, as with all snake becoming non-poisonous earthworms in the face of Garuda, the divine eagle. Such Rama is my husband. Those gilded arrows of Rama, unloosened directly and unswervingly from his bowstring, will utterly batter your body, as the waves of river Ganga will be battering the river's riverbanks. Such Rama is my husband. Even if you are not killable either by gods or by demons, you Ravana will not be liberated by Rama while you are alive, for you hatched a very great animosity in him against you. That mighty Rama will become the terminator of the vestige of your life, and as with an animal fastened to the stake of sacrifice, your life too will become non-functioning. If he, that Rama, glances you with his rancor torch eyes, you demon, you will be completely burned down now itself, as with the love god burned down by ferocious Shiva. He, that Rama, who hurls down the moon from skies onto earth, or else extirpates it if needed be, or even dries up an ocean, he alone rescues Sita from here. Gone is your livability, gone is your prosperity, gone is your vivacity, and gone is your faculty. Thus Lanka is widowed by a single deed of yours. In forest you have separated me from the propinquity of my husband, which diabolic deeds of yours will not result in any ultimate happiness for you. In fact, that great resplendent husband of mine, Rama, is still residing in the eremitical Dandaka forest, bravely hinging onto his own valor, in tandem only with my brother-in-law. With storms of his arrows in a given combat, my husband will dislodge arrogance, being proud, power, like that imprudence, from every limb of yours, as and when destruction of created beings show actuated by time, then all of them will place their behavior in endangerment, as they have gone under the control of end time. This is the time which has befallen on you, owing to your molesting me, you basely demon, by which time factor yourself, all of your demons, and even all of your queens in the chamber of queens will be devastated. It is impossible for an abuser to heavily tread on the altar of fire amidst a ritual hall surrounded by oblation vessels, further sanctified by Vedic hymns. Likewise, I am the solemnly pledged legitimate wife of one who steadied himself in righteousness, and such as I am, you basely demon, it is impossible for you trespassers to touch me even. How a she swan, ever frolicking with majestic swans in the bunches of lotuses, can leer at a water crow sneaking in a bunch of grass? O demon, you may either catch or vandalize this inertial body of mine. I claim neither this body nor life of mine as my own, but I am intolerant to bear with any disrepute on this earth. Thus Sita castigated Ravana. Vaidehi, on speaking those highly caustic words angrily to Ravana in this way, she, that Maithili, spoke no more in that matter. On hearing Sita's bitterly severance and hair-raising opinion, then Ravana retorted with this frightening chides. O angry lady Maithili, listen to my words. A period of 12 months is given to you, and O smiley smiler, if you do not come near of me within that period, then the cooks will slice you to pieces for the purpose of a morning meal. Thus, on saying those harsh words, Ravana, the one who makes his enemies to bewail, and who is now infuriated, said this sentence to the guarding demoness. O naughty demoness of frightening appearance and devourers of meat and blood, you have to indeed remove her pride immediately. Just by that order of Ravana, whose demoness of fanciful and ugly appearance have obediently made palmful to him and encircled Maithili. That King Ravana paced in an earth-shattering manner as though to cleave it, and clearly said this to those demoness with ghastly look. Let this Maithili be taken to the center of Ashoka gardens, where you all shall blockade and guard her steadily. You threaten her with dreadful admonitions, and again speaking imploringly, you all have to bring her under control, as a wild she-elephant of age will be brought under control. When Ravana has clearly ordered, those demoness on their part took Maithili to Ashoka garden. That Ashoka garden are surrounded with trees that yield fruits to every savor, and now they are diversely flowered and fruited. Further, those gardens are highly adored by all time lusty birds. But she, that Janaka's daughter Maithili, whose body is with a coverall of anguish, further on obtaining the control of demoness, she is as good as a she-deer under the coverall of tigresses. Maithili, the daughter of Janaka, who is already consumed by the utmost agony, has not obtained any placidity now, as with she-deer bound by teeth. Whether timorousness is common to both, Maithili knows no peace when the bizarre-eyed demoness have highly intimidated her, and by shut seeing those demoness, her reminiscence went over to her dear husband, and about her brother-in-law Lakshmana too. And when she felt about the improbability of their coming here, she is distraught with alarm and anguish, and then she swooned. Thus, this is the 56th chapter in Aranya Kanda Valmiki Ramayana, the first epic poem of India. Sri Moola Rama Vijayate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.